Hi friends, it's been a while, hasn't it? This is Alaska Crafty Gal Victoria here. Where do I begin? At the beginning, I guess. Let's start with March 1st. I was supposed to be starting a tutorial that I had I have received permission from Lion Brand to do the crochet along with you all, the playmat, the down on the farm playmat. I started to record that. I have about 3/4 of it done. And let's say starting on March 1st, we woke up to pounding outside of the house we lived in. And we look outside and there's a realtor hanging a for sale sign on the front post of the house. Unbeknownst to us, the owner of the home, our landlord, decided to sell his house. Perfectly fine. It's his house. He has the right to do so. Don't blame him in this awesome seller's market that we're having right now in the economy. Okay, but he didn't notify us. We had no idea. And he's a good friend of my husband, so my husband gave him a call and was like, hey, what's up? You're putting the house up for sale? Because we had talked to the realtor. We opened the door and said, I think you have the wrong house. And she said, no, this is the right house. So my husband, long story short, calls the homeowner and's like, so you're selling the house? And he's like, yeah, I'm surprised they're there already. I was just talking to them a few days ago. Well, we needed to find a new place to rent. We had my daughter, my son Zach, Logan, my grandson, my son-in-law, myself, my other son, and my husband. We had 7 people and 4 dogs living at that house. And they didn't want us to be there when they were showing the house. Understandable. Buyers are a lot more comfortable when the tenants or the homeowner is not home when they're trying to sell the house. But it was impossible to get all of those people and all of those dogs out of the house every time they wanted to show it. So we had to find a new place to rent. So we started looking frantically for a new place that was large enough to accommodate everybody. Well, there was nothing. There was nothing. Not here, anyway, where we live. There were some 2-bedroom places and things like that, but for the most part, nothing. 350 miles away now, approximately-ish, in Anchorage, there was stuff to rent, but we can't be in Anchorage. My husband's work was here. Everything was here. The reason why we're here, where we're located, here on the peninsula. So we were planning on moving out of state. My husband's had issues with work as well. Telling him there's plenty of work, full-time work, and then only scheduling him maybe 6 hours one week, 12 hours another week. Well, that's not going to pay the bills, right? So we decided we've got to leave the state. He had some potential job offers out of state. My daughter's husband, of course, was offered a job out in Dutch Harbor, so that's where he was. So they were living apart, which is really hard on a young, new family. So my daughter and Logan, my grandson, they went out to Dutch Harbor. My son Zach, who had come up, he moved up in November. He was offered a position out in Dutch Harbor. So he decided to move out there as well. And for those of you who don't know where Dutch Harbor is, it's on the Aleutian chain of Alaska. And so they both went out there with my grandson. My daughter wanted to be with her husband, my son out there to get work, and then my son-in-law already worked out there. So in the midst of them moving and us needing to find a place and not able to find anything, we made the decision to move out of state. So we will be leaving Alaska at some point. which is a whole nother story, let me tell you. It's just been one thing after another. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's really hard to stay positive when it seems like one thing after another keeps happening, or roadblocks. So, I mean, I don't know how much of this you want to know. This is just a quick update. Things have been going on. So, shortly after Mother's Day, my daughter and Logan moved. My son moved. We needed to move, but there was nowhere to live. And we thought, well, what are our options? They were grim. So what we wound up doing is buying a travel trailer. And it's really nice. It's small compared to the house, of course. I mean, we were trying to pack a 4-bedroom house, 2 living rooms, 2 kitchens, all the bells and whistles that go along with that in a very short period of time. So that pretty much took up March and April. We had yard sales for like 2 weeks straight, an indoor yard sale, trying to just purge all the things we were not paying to move. To us, it's not worth moving furniture from Alaska. It's too expensive. All the householdy things. Then not only did we have my kitchen stuff, we had my daughter's kitchen stuff. We had just everything. So that was a process. Met some wonderful people at my yard sale, though. Hi, friends. All my new friends. Met some lovely folks. Met some wonderful people that gave us a lot of really good information regarding traveling through the border of Canada. Just lovely, wonderful people. I'm so glad to have met so many wonderful people. What else can I tell you? Okay, so then we get out of the house. June 1st was our date to be out of the house. So we buy this travel trailer. We put everything in my son's shop that we didn't want to sell, that we wanted to move. My yarn. I sold so much yarn. Oh my gosh. Thank you. It was sad on one hand, but kind of freeing on another. I still have a lot of yarn, don't get me wrong. But I sold a lot. Sold a bunch of fabric, gave away a bunch of fabric, still have a lot of fabric too. But the weight of the yarn and the fabric in this travel trailer, there's no way. Between our tools that we need to keep for my husband's employment and all the yarn and the fabric and the other things, my sewing machine, stuff like that, too much weight. So that's actually going to be shipped down to Arizona. We're going to ship it in one of the U-Box from U-Haul because we don't have a whole lot of, we have some shipping options, don't get me wrong, but man, what they charge to ship is ridiculous. We were quoted one at $20,000 to ship my stuff. The stuff's not even worth $20,000, so I'm not going to pay that much to ship it. Another place was like 12 or 13. Another place was in that same ballpark. I want to say like $11,000. But the U-Box from U-Haul, you load up the cube thing, you load it up, bring it over to U-Haul, and then they ship it. And you pick it up or have it stored at a U-Haul facility at your final destination. Okay, that was a great option. But with my husband not working, it jumped from $2,800 to ship the cube to $3,800 to ship the cube in a matter of 2.5 weeks. So that would have been fine, except we've had one thing after another go wrong with this camper trailer we bought. Now, this travel trailer is brand new, 2021. We've had the converter blow out. We've had the electronic jacks bend, literally have bent, just in going in the up and down position, not for any reason. What else went wrong? When the converter went out, it's not converting, obviously, the amperage to battery voltage, so it's not so anytime we need to run lights, the water pump, things like that, we have to we're having to use the battery from the truck to do that. And we called, because it's under warranty, it's brand new. We called them and they're like, well, can you swing by? Well, the place we bought it from is in Anchorage. This was the only one available for what we needed. And we're like, we're living in it. We can't just swing by Anchorage. It's not like it's just down the road. It is a 3.5-hour drive. And we can't leave it there with you. We live in it. We're literally living in it full time until we can move. And the whole move thing, oh my gosh. Let me just tell you. So I go to renew my passport. I thought I still had a year left on it. And I go to renew my passport, pull out my driver's license. My driver's license was expired. What the heck? Alaska only gives you like 5 years on your license. So I'm like, well, shoot, I got to renew my license before I can renew my passport. So renewed the license, finally got that in the mail, and then renewed my passport, paid for expedited shipping, waited for it to get here. Got here in about, I don't know, 6 weeks. If you hear thunking, it's my dog itching, Remy. He just got a bath and he's itchy. He's been itchy. I don't know if it's something, the bath didn't make him itchy, but he was itchy prior to the bath. But anyway, passport. Yeah, so I finally got my passport. But the documents you have to ship to get your passport, they never came back. So my marriage license, all that stuff. So I'm trying to figure out where that stuff is. Well, it finally came. Perfect. But now we're waiting on the registration for the travel trailer to get here. It should have been here. It expired July 16th, which was Logan's first birthday. I missed his first birthday. I'm so sad. My daughter sent me some really cute pictures. I'll include them right here. Any cute? Or over here. Maybe over here. But yeah, he turned 1. He's obsessed with Baby Shark. Oh, that's another thing too, guys. So we're trying to move. We're trying to do all this, right? But prior to us even being notified, well, not notified, but having the realtor nailing the for sale sign up on the door, my son Cody, his fiance Amber, and my grandbaby McKinley had already purchased tickets, non-refundable tickets to come up to visit. And so they were up for Mother's Day. So I had my grandbabies here. It was amazing. We didn't go out for Mother's Day just because it's so busy at all the restaurants and stuff here, and it's just crazy, and I didn't want to wait, and I didn't want to be out with all the people. So we just celebrated at home. It was nice. But it was really good to have it did my heart so good to have all of my kids for Mother's Day. The only ones I was missing, of course, was my daughter who lives in Texas. Hi, sweetheart. My son-in-law who lives in Texas. Hi, handsome. And of course, all the other kids are up here. So yeah, that was really nice. I got to spend time with all the grandbabies on Mother's Day. It was really, really good. See, I'm all over the place. My mind, this is my mind the past like 4 months. I'm just here, there, everywhere. It's just a million miles a minute. Long story short, we're moving out of state. So I can't be Alaska Crafty Gal anymore. So I'll probably be Traveling Crafty Gal. A Crafty Gal. Just Crafty Gal Victoria. I'll think of a new channel name. But for now, it's still going to be Alaska Crafty Gal because that's how I started. I have been crocheting. I don't have the items with me only because they've been vacuum sealed in those big Ziploc vacuum seal bags with my yarn, my fabric, and everything else. But my mile a minute blanket, I'll include a picture here. Finished that very quickly after I did the join as you go mile a minute strips tutorial. Finished that really quick. Love the colors, love the way it turned out. And I have some other items that I completed, which I will put in a future video. I'm so sorry for not being able to do that tutorial, but with everything going on, there's just no way. I couldn't focus. I had way too much work to do, packing and cleaning and sorting and looking for a place to live and stressing out about that. Getting the travel trailer, having all the issues we've had with the travel trailer, then the issues with the paperwork for the border, then it's just literally been like one thing after another, and I couldn't focus on a tutorial. And now that thing is packed away in an airlock zip bag in storage. It's sitting in the U-Haul storage because with all the expenses we've had to put out with my husband, he hasn't worked since May. And so all the money that we were going to use for shipping the cubes has gone towards bills. And, you know, we still have truck payment. We still have the travel trail payment. We have our cell phones. We have all that stuff, insurance, etc. So slowly that money has been dwindling away kind of quickly. And of course we have to eat. We have to buy propane. You know, there's just expenses. That's just life. Everybody's got the bills, right? Darn those bills. So, I mean, that's just the way it is. And we can't get out of here until we have everything we need to get out of here so we can cross the border in Canada so that we can get to where we're going so that we can get back to work. I have been sewing. I'll show you some things in an upcoming video. But I have been an emotional mess, honestly. I'm fine now, clearly. But going through this process of ups and downs and issues and things going wrong, and the stress, and then of course the kids moving away and Logan moving away and only getting to see McKinley for 10 days and then her going away and having my son up here. Finally, Cody comes up, and having my other son, Zach, moving up, and then we can't go do anything because we don't have the funds to go do stuff. I mean, we did a few little things. We went to the Sea Life Center in Seward, which I love. When my son came up for Mother's Day, Cody and his fiance Amber and McKinley, they're having another baby due in December. They found out it's going to be another girl. Her name will be Riley. So I'm going to have 3 grandbabies by December. I had none, and now I'll have 3. I'm a mess. This video is going to be a mess. It's going to be, but I felt really bad. I've gotten emails. I've gotten messages through Facebook. I've gotten text messages. You know who you are. Love you, lady. I do. And emails from several people. You all know who you are as well. Thank you. Everything is fine. I just was not in the mindset to do tutorials or videos. I didn't have time for videos between everything that was going on. And I was stressed out. I was crying. And what kind of good video is that going to make, right? So this is long enough. It's 21 minutes. I'm going to have to pare it down. But I just wanted you all to know we're healthy. Thank God for that. Everything is going good. Everything is starting to fall into place, hopefully. It's just been a very emotional and stressful few months. As crappy as things can be sometimes, they could always be worse. So count your blessings. Period. I'm grateful for anything that I have. Always have been that way. Always will be. That's it. But I seriously have been a hot mess. emotionally for the past, I mean, gosh, March, April, May, June, July. Hoi. But everything is going to be okay. I know this because it always works out. So this is not a pity party. Please do not be like, oh, I'm so sorry. Honestly, the tears sometimes are just a stress relief. Of course, emotional, you know. Having the kids away is emotional. Having the grandbaby away is emotional. All that stuff, you know. All that stuff that goes with just life and situations and stressful situations, etc. All right, folks. I didn't want to end this with me bawling, so that's just that. I have some wonderful items to show you guys that I have. Of course, I'm still crafting. I've taken over this travel trailer, which I will show in a future video. I'm working on a sit and sew video, but I wanted to get this done. I needed to get a much needed update video. I've met some wonderful people. I've gotten some new subscribers, so thank you for joining me here on my channel. Sorry for the hot mess of a video today, but people have been asking where I have been, and I just wanted to give you guys an update. So we are fine, and I will do my very best to at least upload once a week, even if I have to pre-record and set them to be released. I will do that. But I will take some videos on the road when we get on the road, once everything gets here, all the paperwork that we need, etc. And we're looking to be out of here soon, possibly a week to a week and a half. So we'll be leaving Alaska, and I know I've repeated myself 1,000 times, so that's going to be it for now, folks. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for watching and subscribing. I truly, really appreciate it. And we'll see you soon in a future video. Alaska Crafty Gal Victoria here. Bye-bye.